Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Adventure Built. My name is Kelly. In this box right here, I have the answer to all of you minimalist overlanders that don't like rooftop tents. And no, it is not a ground tent. Stay tuned. So what we have here is a modular sleeping platform from Pacific Adventure Works. I don't know if you guys remember, but I actually got a buddy of mine pulled me way out into the parking lot of Overland Expo P&W just to see this in the owner's vehicle, and it was Reed, and he basically had this in the back of his Subaru Outback, and it was super cool. He walked me through the whole thing. This is the actual production model, and he actually has a booth at P&W, so I'll link that in the description below what booth number he's in, so you can go by and check this out in person if you want to see it. Now, this thing is super cool, very modular, all American made, all high strength aluminum. This entire package is 20 pounds, so this is a great system. There's some pre-assembly. Let's build this platform and get it in the Land Cruiser. Assembling the platform is super easy. Let's get the top of it out of the way. All we're gonna do is take the legs that are the obvious extenders of it. These short sections here are the feet, and they all just clip into, and you wanna hear a verbal click. You definitely have to use some force to get them pushed in and seated so you hear that verbal click, and that is because they want a tight fit so these don't rattle around. And it is a good tight fit. Now I have to point this out, you can really tell the amount of attention to detail that Reed put into making this. The end caps have the Pacific Adventure Works logo. Right here you can see the actual, there's a topo map with the Pacific Adventure Works name and the address and all of this stuff here. It is really, really nicely done. The fit and finish on these are very well thought out. I'm just gonna clip in all the legs. And now I'm just going through and visually inspecting that each clip is actually protruding from the insert to make sure that they are seated properly. Now the tube with the Adventure Works logo goes on the single end opposite of the double end. And then the rest of the bars insert in, and then take this half, throw it on top. And here you go. There's a good looking platform right here. One of the really cool features that really drew me to this platform was its modularity. Now in this configuration, I can put the cover on it and I can put this in the back of the Land Cruiser with the back seats in the up position, and I can use this as like a tray for storage. I can put things under it and I can put things on top of it, which is great to accommodate traveling where you don't have to disassemble this every single time. And then when you get to your camp, all you do is adjust these knobs here to loosen the slider. And now you are in a sleeping platform configuration. Put the back seats down, spin this around and put your cover on, your sleeping mat down, sleeping bag, pillow, and you're ready to go. Playing around with this a little bit, I found it's easier to actually put the Velcro straps of the platform onto the whole base of it before you put it in the truck. There's just a lot to negotiate in a truck in smaller space. So if you can do it outside of the truck, it's just that much easier. Now it should be noted that there are 6 straps, but they're not all the same. There is a little bit of difference on this end of the platform. The straps actually connect in a vertical way and not the horizontal way like these straps do. These straps obviously go around a bar and wrap onto a crossbar, where these here are meant to wrap onto your feet. You just want to make sure that you orient the 4 straps onto the solid base, and then this one set of horizontal straps on the end that are adjustable onto the end platform that actually slides. Okay, for real this time. Let's get this in the Land Cruiser and test it out. I've got the platform positioned where I want it, but it's obviously too long for the Land Cruiser. It's sticking out just a little bit and the tailgate will not close. Now all I have to do is unscrew the tension screws that are kind of in the middle there, which I've already done. And then all I have to do is just push it in, and it's just gonna collapse to exactly where you want it, which should give you plenty of room to be able to close the Land Cruiser up and it not impact the platform, which is great because this is where I'm going to sleep. Okay, I'm not sleeping yet. This platform is really nice. I like the way it fits in here. And also, remember, you have a lot of storage underneath it, which is the great part about having a platform is you have tons of space to store all your gear underneath it. These Dometic bags are the perfect size. And remember, this is a very lightweight platform. If you have to lift it up just a little bit to make it slide under there, no problem at all. It goes right in. How awesome is that? Let's see how long it takes me to go from the sleeping platform to the tray storage for the back of the Land Cruiser. And remember, this is my first time doing this transition, so it might take a little longer. With practice, you could probably cut it down, but let's see what it is. Let's go over some of the specs. The total weight of this package is 20 pounds. The size is 30 inches wide by 72 inches long. Packed down, it is 40 inches long, 8 inches high, and 8 inches wide. The platform supports up to 400 pounds. The frame material is 6063 anodized aluminum with nylon connectors, and the topper material is 500D Cordura fabric. All the hardware is stainless steel, and everything is made and manufactured in the US of A. A minute and 23 seconds to do that transition was a pretty good time, especially for my first time. Now I'm actually gonna go and get my thermarest, the sleeping bag, and actually just put it out like I'm actually gonna camp in it and lay in it and see kind of what it feels like and how easy it is to get in and out of the back of the truck. Obviously the Land Cruiser is kind of made for this, so it shouldn't be an issue, but let's test it out. It's kind of funny the things that you lose moving across country. My thermarests are all buried in storage, so I had to go out and buy a brand new Nemo. This is the insulated Tensor. I've always wanted one of these, and now I have an opportunity because I have the other ones all buried. I get to buy a new thermarest. There's got to be a better way. This thing is awesome. Link in the description below. I've got the bed all set up and it looks pretty good. There's a lot of room on the side and there's actually a lot of room on the platform too, which means I'm not going to be kind of straddling while I sleep. I'm able to roll around. There's probably, 4 inches on either side of the sleeping pad, which means I have a lot of flexibility. I can actually probably put more stuff on the platform with me, like my phone and just things of that nature. But let's get in and see how comfortable it is and see how easy it is to get in and out of this thing. It's actually not bad at all. Currently, I've got the platform on the lowest setting, which means I have the most amount of room above the platform. And right now I can not quite sit up straight, but mostly sit up, and my head is just touching the headliner. And I really don't want to touch too much because it's an older truck and trying to keep it really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down on the sleeping bag. And this really is quite comfortable. I could definitely get used to this. And it should be noted with the Land Cruiser, it's a big back. I've got a lot of room. However, I still can't lay completely straight out. Like right now, my head is elevated on the back seat. My Nemo Tensor is kind of rolled up onto the back seat. I could obviously remove the back seats completely and that would give me all the room in the world, but that's not, quite what I want to do. That'd be a lot more effort. This is just the compromise of fast and convenient versus doing a lot of disassembly to pull these seats out to make it just a cleaner slate. But this is fine for me. And if you're the kind of person that could possibly imagine any situation where this thing might shake around a lot, it'll definitely support that. And I can sit up and I've got, a good fair amount of headroom, but for the convenience of being able just to literally crawl on your back seat and go to sleep, I think it's a really good system. The last thing I want to test is if I put the platform to the highest setting to give us the most amount of storage underneath it, what is that like? How much room do you actually have in here for that system? It definitely looks like a lot less headroom, but let's check it out. So just sleeping, no problem whatsoever. Obviously, you're not going to be able to really sit up with the platform this high, but of course, just swinging your feet over, you can definitely sit up this way depending on your level of flexibility. So it's really not that bad. And again, you cannot argue with the convenience of coming back here and just passing out after a long day on the road. And let me show you the amount of storage underneath this thing. There's a ton. what are my impressions of the Pacific Adventure Works sleeping platform? First of all, I think it is awesome. It is at a much higher caliber of what I thought Reed could actually produce. I saw the prototype at Overland Expo PNW. By the way, I will link that video in the description below if you want to see him talk about this. He's very passionate about this platform and his construction and the ability to come up with this idea, because it's a great idea, and the way he created it and engineered it. It is way better. The production model is way better than what I thought he would be able to make it, which speaks volumes, because the prototype he had was awesome. This thing is great. I think he used all the highest quality materials he could possibly get his hands on. All the aluminum is very high quality, machined very well. The fit and finish is amazing. All the little fit detail work, having his logo built into the polymers and the rubber. I mean, it's very, very well done and executed with an expert eye. It's put together really well. Obviously, just really well thought out. Now, mind you, the old adage is true here. Good things aren't cheap, cheap things aren't good. So it's not inexpensive. This platform here is $599, so $600 for this platform, which is not cheap. Now, you can go to Cabela's and buy a cot, and you can put it in the back of your truck, and maybe it'll fit, and maybe you can sleep in it for a night. You won't have the adjustability, you won't have the versatility, and you won't have the quality. So for $150, you're gonna buy a cot, or for $600, you're gonna buy this that is gonna last a lifetime and have the versatility of multifunction use, not just a cot. So yes, I really like this sleeping platform. Now, who is this for? This is for if you are looking to get into off-roading or overlanding or even car camping, this is for you. It fits in most hatchback type, wagons type. So your 4Runners, your Land Cruisers, your Broncos, your Subaru Outbacks, anything with kind of that hatchback wagon type look to it, it's gonna work. It'll also fit in the back of a pickup bed. So if you have a camper shell on it or a canopy, or you just throw caution to the wind and sleep under the stars, this is your jam. It's definitely gonna work for you back there, and you need very little else to get you actually out and into the backcountry. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, be sure to support the channel by buying Adventure Built swag. It's really cool. I got new hat patches made, and also be sure to subscribe. It helps the channel grow, and I will see you guys next time.